Greetings, citizens of the world. A White House whistleblower has revealed that Donald Trump is soon to make a live public address to the nation in which he is planning to expose the truth behind the recent Las Vegas shooting attack. The WH Insider has declared that the president has been planning to give a live press conference for the last few weeks in which he will reveal details of major conspiracies including 9/11 and Hollywood pedophilia. His plans have been halted though due to the recent devastation caused by the string of natural disasters that have struck the United States and surrounding nations. Perhaps the most shocking part of the leak is the revelation that the recent massacre in Las Vegas was actually a false flag conspiracy that was engineered by the very people he is planning on exposing, designed to create a public distraction and prevent Trump from making his address. This news ties in with recent comments made by Donald Trump in which he described a meeting with his top military leaders as the calm before the storm. Could these revelations be the storm he was referring to? The leak was made on anonymous message board 4chan by a known White House whistleblower who uses the handle MegaNon. The boards are often used by hacking group Anonymous along with other inside leakers to reveal damning information to the public. The insider has been confirmed by seasoned 4chan users who are familiar their previous exposes. Scroll down for screenshot of full thread. The main bullet points to be taken from the leak are as follows: reports that General Kelly's phone was stolen, hacked are meant to cover up records of incriminating activity from that phony. A high-ranking government official was taken to the Mandalay after the shooting. This will possibly be related to a report of gunfire at an airport. A worse attack than the LV shooting was averted. Trump will have a press conference revealing that part of the motive of the shooting was to stop him from revealing information about federal bad actors. There are 3 topics which Trump plans to declassify information about. His plan to do this has already been stalled twice. One of those times was due to the hurricanes and subsequent press coverage criticizing Trump. The DC FBI assumed jurisdiction of the LV shooting through an appeal supported by questionable intelligence pointing to Paddock's ties with terrorists. The intelligence is not from a U.S. source and is untraceable/unverifiable. Paddock's name was released after the jurisdiction was transferred. ISIS claimed ties with Paddock as soon as he was named. The FBI anticipated ISIS would claim Paddock as their own and hoped this would bolster their terrorism narrative. The FBI and LVMPD have struggled in cooperating with information dissemination and narrative control. The FBI realizes they can't control primary sources, so instead they censor the downstream controls for accessing these sources: Google, Facebook, service providers. Before they release the official narrative, they are waiting to see all the evidence internet sleuths have accumulated so that the final story can be an acceptable match. Despite the change in jurisdiction, the FBI would like the LVMPD to take the blame for faults in the investigation including leaks and inevitable, incomplete media disclosure. One of Trump's 3 disclosures will be related to Hollywood pedophilia involving someone more important than Harvey Weinstein. A second disclosure will implicate leaders of both parties in election fraud, explicitly names DNC, Obama administration, and Clinton campaign staff. The evidence Trump will reveal will be concise, irrefutable, and so all-encompassing as to elucidate conspiratorial aspects of every major political story of this generation. Trump is choosing the formatting of his address carefully to make sure his message gets to the public untainted by talking heads. Part of the nature of the address will be to reveal that government transparency has been non-existent since at least as far back as Bush Sr. Trump's 3 disclosures will implicate the FBI, CIA, and IRS. All of these agencies will fall. The official narrative of the events surrounding the horrific attack in Las Vegas has raised suspicions since the very start. The MSM is focused on convincing the public that the devastation was caused by a crazy lone gunman and that the only answer is to change the United States Constitution. If the mainstream news was meant to truthfully report events to the people, then this information would be all over every television set in America. But it isn't. The news is nothing more than a propaganda tool used by the political elite to push an agenda onto the masses. This is another perfect example of problem, reaction, solution. Problem: Crazy gun owner has too many rights and ends up shooting hundreds of people in a horrific massacre. Reaction: The MSM reports the official narrative leaving the public angry and demanding a solution. Solution: take away the rights of American people in the name of safety. A quick look at the real news on TV or a search on Google's heavily censored news feed and you can see this already being played out in the media. Only hours after the attack, Hillary Clinton has already called for a change in gun law, demanding people stand up to the NRA to stop this from happening again. Whether you are for or against gun laws in America, one thing the people must always hold precious is the United States.